Okay, so this is the last problem. It says graph the solution set. Now this is a system because there's two inequalities here, a system of inequalities. They're linear, so that's the good news. We can graph them like lines, but their only way to get the answer is the graph. There's no other way to do that, okay? So, and you have to make sure you indicate which area you mean the answer to be, which sometimes that's tricky. Okay, so we take the first inequality and we're going to treat it like an equation, x plus y equals 6. And we're going to graph that. Now, you could put it in slope-intercept form, or you could make a table of values, or you could use the intercept method, lots of ways. If I do this, though, if I put x on the other side, now I have a y-intercept of 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to go through that point. And my slope is negative 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. It's making a graph like this. If I don't know what that little heart is, but anyway, if you fit that way, or if you had used the points 0, 6, and 6, 0, that would work too. And you get this line. Now, before I draw the line, I should make sure that it's a solid line. It will be a solid line because it's less than or equal to. Okay, it's not greater, or it's not just less than. If it was just less than, then it's a dotted line, but this is less than or equal to. Okay, so now I look at this. X plus y is less than or equal to 6, the original inequality. And I pick a point not on the line. Usually I pick 0, 0 if that's not on the line. It's not even close to the line. So yeah, I'll use 0, 0. So I'm putting in 0 for x, 0 for y, and I'm seeing if that's true or not. Is it true or false? 0 plus 0 is 0. Is 0 less than 6? That's the question. True or false? 0 is less than 6. True. Then that means we're going to shade this side of the line. Okay, great. Now, this is a system, so we are not just doing one line. If we were just doing that top line, we'd be done. But we need to do the bottom line. So let me try green, see how that works. We treat it like an equation. Y equals 2x minus 3. This is already in slope-intercept form. So I've got a y-intercept of negative 3. 1, 2, 3 right there. And my slope is 2 over 1. So rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1, 2, 1. Something like that. Is it going to be a solid or a dotted line? It's going to be solid because it's got the equal to part. So I'm going to try to draw it here. Try to draw a straight line. Okay, now try to ignore the black line and the shading. Look just at that green line. Is the point 0, 0 on that line? Okay, so we're going to go back to the original. Y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3. 0, 0 is not on that line. It's right there still. Whoops, not anymore. It just disappeared. There it is. Okay, so I put a 0 in for x and a 0 in for y. And I'm going to see if this is true or not. 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 3. 0 is greater than or equal to negative 3. 0 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Yes, that is true. So what does it mean? It means you shade where that 0, 0 point is. So compared to the green line, it's all of this area over here. Now, what happens sometimes on the graphs, though, students don't clearly mark which shaded area it is. We need where it's both the black line and the green line, where that section is. And that section is right in here. So you're going to have to like color that in, somehow indicate it. Okay, so that, oh man, just disappeared. Let's try the highlighter. Sometimes students will use a highlighter. I don't know though if that's gonna show up well when you download your test, but anyway, it kind of looks okay there. Anyway, somehow you'll need to indicate which way it is. Don't just do the shading and not say, okay, this is the section that's the answers. Okay, so all these points, any point in this section here would satisfy both inequalities. Any other section, and that won't work. This section, it would satisfy the bottom inequality, but not the top inequality. This section would satisfy the top inequality, but not the bottom one. And this section doesn't satisfy either inequality. So you could pick points from the different sections and check that out. Okay, but that's the quiz. I've shown you how to do the work. Please, please, please look at this and learn the work so that you can do the problems on the final exam. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to email me by office hours. We're getting close to the end of the semester. Okay.